Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm great. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. And you got you got the link just fine, right? And it
Y-
all connected easily?
Yeah, I just had to download the thing for Google Hangouts.
Okay,
It was
cool.
good.
Good. Let me just pull up this. Hmm.
How's your day going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Just got started, kind of, because
Awesome.
like it's 10 here. I just got my daughter off to this camp that she's doing. So,
Nice.
yeah. So let's talk just a little bit about what we're going to talk about, and then we can get into the interview.
Okay.
You have two websites, morefruit.com and Banana Investments.
Yeah, more fruit is actually .org.
Morefruit.org.
Yeah. And bananainvestments.com is my specific health coaching website, whereas more fruit's really um, promoting the fruit lifestyle, and there's some stuff about the coaching on there as well, but not it's not geared towards that.
Okay. So I just would, the way that I want to structure the interview then would be I will just ask you about what your story is and how you got started in
Okay.
your health journey. That's what we can call it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then I'll ask you more specifics, just kind of like, all right, so tell us about the strategy that you use behind maintaining your health and then we can just ask where we can find you and stuff like that. So it'll be just easy.
Yeah, I'm good with just playing it by ear. We're good.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do my intro right now.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Hello. So I'll start over. Hello and welcome to the Wellness Village. This is Lydia. Today we are interviewing a wellness guru. Her name is Kelly Caldwell, and I'm so excited. She's got a lot to teach us. Welcome to the show, Kelly.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So I have heard a little bit about your story. I mean, you're doing crazy, remarkable things. I just kind of want to start out by asking you about how you got started and kind of what your story is to get going.
Yeah, well, when I first started, it was really at the height of the most unhealthy I'd ever been. I was eating just a lot of fried food and a lot of just things that really were not serving me. And so my cousin actually got a Vitamix, which was this like unbelievable blender that could just, annihilate vegetables into nothing. And so um, through watching the videos, I was like, wait, I can eat spinach and things I don't like with some fruit and it will taste okay? Awesome. So I started doing that. I went over to her house like 3 times a day. I'm sure she was sick of me at some point, but I went and started using that, and really you can do it in any blender, which I didn't really know, but Vitamix is great. So anyways, I started doing that. I felt fantastic from the start. I started having so much more energy. I came off all of my medication in a week. I was on Prozac, Klonopin, Adderall, um, different acne medications, different, like, I had IBS, so some different medications for that. I don't remember what they were called. But I came off all of that, definitely consult a doctor. I didn't. But I've just felt great. I started losing weight. I started getting into juicing and that kind of thing. And then, I started to get concerned with things like protein and just making sure that I was getting all of the different macronutrients and micronutrients that I really needed. So I started doing tons and tons of research. And I was like, I feel so good doing what I'm doing. Like, can I do this for the rest of my life? And I sort of discovered raw foods and, the different theories on that. And then I went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition online, and we went through every different dietary theory, well, most of them, and I've really found what I think really works with clinical data and with real live results from different people. So,
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
so just kind of, I think, summarize that for us. Like, what is the concept that you kind of walked away with and that you kind of um, put into your coaching?
Yeah, what I really think is the pinnacle of human health is a high carb, low fat, low protein vegan diet.
Okay.
And, there's lots of different things that contribute to health, like sunlight and exercise and relationship and spirituality. But as far as the nutrition goes, eating really high carbohydrate, so fruits and even, rices, corns, we can look across all different spectrums of different groups of people, and they're very slim, healthy, fit when they're eating these high carbohydrate diets. So that's really what I walked away with.
Okay, and do you think that this is customizable at all? Do you think different body types need different micronutrient or macronutrient, ratios?
Right. Well, I really try and look at health in a very holistic perspective. So when you get into individual nutrients, it really becomes more of this reductionist attitude, which is kind of like what's going on with a lot of clinical studies, which is, they will study how vitamin A affects like one part of the body. Well, you know, having vitamin A isn't the only thing that makes that food healthy. Like an apple is not only healthy for you because of the nutrients, but the fiber and how it's made up, the water in it. So all of those things kind of come into play. But I really have found that this diet works for everyone across the board. I used to be of the idea that, everyone is different, everyone needs different things, but what I've really found is that through looking at our anatomy, we have really long digestive tracts. We need fiber to move our food through, which is called peristalsis, that sort of earthworm-like motion of our intestines. So that means that we really require a high plant-based diet, and that our anatomy is much more closely related to that of herbivores and frugivores rather than carnivores and omnivores. So from that, I think that there's some variation within the diet of, you may need, more spinach in your diet, or you may need more watermelon or some kind of specific kind of vegetable or fruit. But I don't find that, people absolutely need to have meat and dairy or anything like that.
Okay, so that was going to come to my next question. What foods are you staying away from then?
Okay, so it might be easier to tell you what I do eat, but I stay away from meat, dairy, eggs. I stay away from oils, even plant-based oils. I stay away from gluten for the most part. Every now and then, some of these things come into my diet. Not the animal stuff, but a little bit of oil here and there, and a little bit of gluten every now and then. Other things I stay away from, I don't eat a lot of beans because they're so high in protein, but really there's nothing wrong with them. I just find that they don't digest as well for me, so I kind of keep them on the sidelines. And, I really stick to a lot of fruit during the day, salads, and then I'll eat like potatoes or rice and vegetables, something like that for dinner.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So when you started, first started, did you go from being a meat eater to being a vegetarian first, and then more of a vegan life after vegetarian?
I'm kind of unique in this because I really went from eating chicken 3 times a day to eating exclusively fruits and vegetables for about a month and a half. Um, and, there were a few times where I had some chicken or something like that in there, but it was really like 2 or 3 meals out of like 60 days. And, excuse me, I really wasn't trying to do anything in particular. I just came across this and was like, wow, this is making me feel so good, and I don't want to stop. So,
Right.
yeah.
So talk to us about your results.
Okay, so I have lost about 50 pounds. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years, and within the first year and a half, I lost about 40 of those pounds without doing any exercise. I mean, I was so focused on diet, and I just really wanted to get that right before I started pushing into another realm of health. So now I've started to, incorporate that, but tons of weight loss, tons of energy gain without the use of stimulants. I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee, I don't do any kind of amphetamines, any kind of drugs that are stimulating in any way. No like hormone supplements, which is pretty typical of the paleo lifestyle. So that has been really great. Getting off all the drugs was a huge, huge benefit to me. And, I overcame like huge bouts of depression. My mood is very, very stable nowadays. And, I've also done a lot of work in the self-development area alongside this, because nutrition and working on yourself really teaches you a lot about self-love and about self-care. And so that really kind of blossomed into a lot of other areas of my life. But I've cured cystic acne that I've had my whole life. I've had weird benefits where I go to a masseuse and he's like, your muscles just move really well. Like there's some, I may have a few knots, but they come easily undone. And that's not something I ever experienced before. So it's been really fantastic.
Cool. So when did you start picking up clients, and how's the coaching part of it?
It's been really going very well. I started this company, Banana Investments. Health is wealth. That's why it's called that. So I started doing it in January of this year. I graduated from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition in October of 2013. And so I do mainly one-on-one coaching, but I'll also do group coaching. So, different companies and stuff can bring me in, and I can do those kinds of events. But mainly I focus on one-on-one, and I typically do it over Skype or over the phone, Google Hangouts like this. So I try to work with people on their time, on their schedule, so that they don't have to come somewhere new, because everyone's so busy today. It's tough, but I really try and work with people where they're at. If they're not willing to go completely vegan, there are things that you can do to kind of, move towards that healthy lifestyle, and putting more fruits and vegetables into your diet is always going to make you healthier. So that's fantastic.
Cool. So you take someone who wants to improve their overall wellness, and you kind of coach them through the process of transitioning into a vegan lifestyle.
Yeah, and it really has a lot to do with like the emotional kind of things that surround food. A lot of us have emotional attachments to different things, and I found with doing this in particular for myself, I worked through a lot of those emotional blocks, a lot of different attachments to certain foods during certain emotional times. So like comfort foods and things like that. So I work with people, not only on what they're eating, but, how they're sleeping and, how much water they're drinking, what their relationships are like. So we really address all the different proponents of health, not just nutrition.
Well, cool. Tell us about where we can find you, and if someone wants to contact you, where can we reach you?
Yeah, you can check out my website at bananainvestments.com, and morefruit.org is where I do most of my blogging and most activism and things like that. So if you're interested in the vegan fruit lifestyle, morefruit.org is for you. If you're interested in the coaching, bananainvestments.com. You can email me at kelly.ann.caldwell, which is Kelly .ann.caldwll@gmail.com. And my other contact information is on Banana Investments, so you're welcome to give me a call or shoot me an email.
Cool. I'm definitely going to put all the links in the box below this video. I just wanted to thank you. I think, what you're doing is great. I think everyone, is kind of, I tend to think different in what their nutritional needs are, but
Yeah.
I think the very idea that you are taking your own wellness into your own hands, that you got off, 6+ medications and healed anxiety, depression, feel better, have a better outlook on life, is the entire point, of carrying wellness. So I love that, and I think that you offer something that's so valuable to people who may feel like they're spinning out of control in that area.
Yeah, for sure.
So I love it. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you later, okay?
Okay, have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.